Hi, you are welcome to GMats class. Now I want to look at some questions under inequalities. Now let's look at the question we have here. 5x minus 2 less than 24 minus 8x. Now look at this question. How do we solve this question? Now the first thing is to collect the like terms. Now when you look at this, 5x and minus 8x, they are of the same term. So I have to bring them together. So let me put them at the left hand side of the inequality, and those that doesn't have x to the right hand side. So we have 5x plus 8x. So whenever a number crosses this bridge, now the sign changes. So what we have here is minus 8x. So when it comes to this side, the sign changes to plus. So less than 24. Now what we have here is minus 2. So when it moves to this side, the sign also changes to plus 2. So we have plus 2. Now what we have just done now is we have collected the like terms. Now the next thing now is to join these together. This is 5x and this is 8x. So when you add together, you have 13x. And that is less to add this and this together, you have 26. Alright, so now our objective now is to make x to stand alone here. So what you will do now is you divide both sides of the inequality by 13, the coefficient of x. So we have 13x over 13 less than 26 over 13. Alright, so 13 will cancel 13. So what you are left with here is x. So we have x less than, now look here, 13 goes in 26. That is 2. So we have 2. And that's the solution to the first part of the question. Now let's look at the second part. We have minus 3a plus 4 less than or equals to 5 minus 7a. Alright, just like we did here, we are going to collect the like terms. The ones with alphabet will be at the left hand side. So we have minus 3a. Now what we have here is minus 7a. When it comes here, it becomes plus 7a because it's crossing this bridge. So it becomes plus 7a. Now greater than or equals to, we have what here? 5. Now this one moves to this side, and that becomes minus 4. Right? So now look at what we have here now. You have 7a and you have a depth of 3a. So what will that one give you? That will be 4a. You have a depth of 3a and you have 7a. So by the time you pay the debt 3, so you are left with 4a. So we have 4a is greater than or equals to 1. Now the objective now is to make a to be alone. That is to make a to be the subject of the formula. So now that means a will be greater than or equals to 1 over 4. How did I get that? I divided this one by 4, this one too by 4. Alright, so this is the answer to that question. Now let's look at the third one. 2 times 2x plus 1 is less than 14. Now the first thing is to open the bracket. You open the bracket, or you divide both sides by 2. So but let's open the bracket. When you open the bracket, we have 2 times 2x, that gives us 4x. 2 times 1, that's plus 2, less than 14. Now the next thing is to collect the like terms. So we have 4x is less than 14. Now this one we move to this side, so that is going to be minus 2. The sign will change. So we have 4x is less than, now this one gives us what? 12. So now the next thing is to divide both sides by 4. So when you do that, we have x is less than 12 over 4. When you divide this one by 4, you have this. Divide this by 4, so you have that. So that means x is less than 3. Okay? So now let's look at the fourth one. Now minus 3x is less than or equals to 16. How do you do this? You divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So this one becomes minus 3x over minus 3. Now the sign will change. Whenever you are dividing both sides of an inequality with a negative number, the sign changes. So this one is less than or equals to, so it will change to greater than or equals to 16 over minus 3. I will come again. Whenever you are dividing both sides of an inequality by a negative number, this sign changes. So if it is less than, it will change to greater than. If it is greater than, it will change to what? Less than. Okay? So it's changing because we are dividing both sides by a negative number. Alright, so minus 3 cancel minus 3, we have x greater than or equals to minus, how many 3 are you going to see in 16? That is 5. It remains 1 over 3. So that is the answer to D. Now let us look at the last one. Now E, we have 2x minus 3 less than 3x minus 1. Now, what you're supposed to do here is to collect the like terms. So we have 2x, this comes to this side, we have minus 3x less than, we have minus 1 here, so you write it. So this is minus 3, it will move to this side. So when it comes here, it becomes plus 3. So we have plus 3. Alright, so now look at this. You have a depth of 3x and you have 2x. Now when you pay with 2x, you will be left with minus x. Alright, it's just like you are owing somebody 3 naira and you have 2 naira with you. By the time you pay the 2 naira, you'll be left with a debt of 1 naira. So that is minus x, minus 1x less than 2 minus 1 plus 3. So now you can see we can't stop here. This is having negative. So we need to divide both sides by minus 1. Don't forget what we said earlier. Now whenever you are dividing both sides of an inequality with a negative number, the sign changes. So in this case now, I have minus x over minus 1 is greater than 2 over minus 1. Okay? So minus cancel minus, x divided by 1 is x greater than 2 divided by minus 1 is going to give you minus 2. Alright, so that is the end of the question. Now, can we try this? Try this. solve 2x minus 3 greater than or equals to 8x. Okay, now let's solve this question. Solve this question and let me have your answer on the comment section.